Hey folks, how we doing? Life's Journey at 50 here. So hopefully you guys can see me. And so wanted to talk a little bit, getting ready for a trip, a change of tires out. You guys probably saw that. And then when I changed the front tire, all of a sudden, I don't know if you've ever had this happen, but the lights lit up like a Christmas tree. So showed my ABS, showed traction control, showed spring suspension out of whack, bike wouldn't turn off properly. Pretty, you know, if you're not a mechanic and you're not really doing this stuff, you kind of just sit there and go, wow, what the heck happened? And couldn't figure it out. Called the dealership. Luckily enough, Greater Cincinnati is always a great spot. Jeff is absolutely fantastic. If you've ever dealt with him and if you're ever in the area and really need any help, he's the guy to go to. Him and Doug, who's the service manager. But anyway, so luckily enough, got a trailer, put the bike on the trailer, took it on up to the dealership. They were kind enough. They brought out their 911 and it showed no fault. And you know, they took a look at the wheel and everything down here, and nothing seemed out of place. Everything seemed right. And then Jeff said, take it home. And have you guys ever heard of the ABS, the speed piece here? Tuner disc or whatever you want to call this thing. I'll put the description in there. But he said, take the one off of the Woody's wheels, because that's what I had on Woody's, and then put my OEMs back on for the winter. And he said, take that one on, switch it off to the other one. He goes, maybe that's damaged. So sure enough, if you guys have ever had a situation where you've got different wheels or anything happens and this thing lights up like a Christmas tree, check this thing out. I took this one's off my OEM, and because I've transported the rims and the tires back and forth and put them on my bike, somehow, some way, I have bent, and you can barely see it, but I have bent just this one, just enough to where the sensor was off on the wheel down here. And luckily enough, I had a backup that I grabbed from the Woody's, and sorry for all the noise and stuff like that, typical when I film here. But this one, I would tell you, might be your issue. So it's about $75 to replace. I think Woody's was $77. I think BMW charges roughly the same amount of money. And so, but anyways, I just I figured I would do a little PSA, or you know, just to let everybody know that if you have problems out there, check your ABS speed motion piece, because once I replaced this with my Woody's one that I put on here, everything went away. All the faults went away, it started right up, turned right off, no issues whatsoever. So I would tell you that just take a look at this. This might be your issue, where maybe you've bent it. And again, if you're doing some heavy off-roading or whatever, maybe that's the case. But in this case, it was because I was transporting back and forth and must have bent it just enough to where the sensor wouldn't pick it up, and it kind of made faults on everything. So anyway, I thought I would share that with everybody, because it's kind of obviously scared the crap out of me. And so I ordered, actually I ordered two of them, because doing more and more off-road, you never know what you run into. And granted, they're hidden down here. You can see it right down here. And that's the parts. But if you're ever doing heavy off-road or something, you hit a boulder or something, or get down into a trench and that happens to do something, you'll know about it real quick. So anyway, I thought I would share that information. I thought it would be good to let you guys know what's going on. But if you run into that, that's the reason why. So I'll leave a link in the description, and it might be something that you might you know, run into down the road. So thanks a lot. We'll see you soon. And this little thing can cause a headache if you're not familiar with it. So take care. Talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.